Guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So as you know, I'm a big retro gamer fan and I love collecting my retro handheld emulation devices such as Anbernic 351P, the Retroid Pocket 2, the Mayu Mini and so forth. But my current favourite is definitely the Anbernic RG552. I really enjoy playing with that. That's my go-to device for playing Retroid gaming. And it's got an amazing screen, it's got great performance, it's just basically a good all-round machine to have. Yep, it's not perfect, it doesn't play everything perfectly the further up you go up the scale to like GameCube for example. But, I mean, it is a bit more pricey than some of the ones we've just mentioned here, like the Retroid Pocket 2, but it's still my go-to device. I really, really love it. And now, obviously, I'm at that stage where I really would like to maybe upgrade or go to a next model or a new model of sort of similar sort of strengths. But in looking so, I've sort of found a massive problem with the new devices on the market, and that's mainly down to the price. If you want to upgrade from this, the prices start to get completely ridiculous. And it's really priced me completely out of the market here. I'm not going to be spending some of the money that is wanted in some of these devices. For example, I looked at the Steam Deck. Now, it looks quite cool and it's obviously ideal if you have a great Steam library and it's perfect for that. But the top end model is a little bit pricey at £500 to £600. Yep, you can get a sort of cheaper model, but we'll come back to that later in the video. But I started looking at some of the higher end sort of devices such as your Aya Neos for example, and some of those are ridiculously priced. If you look at some of the stuff on Droids for example, some of them are over £1,000 for a handheld emulation device. That is absolutely insane. I don't really care what it can play. I do not want to be paying 1,000 plus on these devices. Yeah, you can probably get a few under 1,000, maybe 800 or so, but the prices are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they've suddenly went that high. For me, that's not affordable. I'm not going to pay that on a handheld device. I mean, for me, you could as well just go and get a Nintendo Switch or something, or even just going back to the Steam Deck, because those prices are absolute nonsense. It's fair enough for all these sort of YouTubers that are getting these sort of devices for free. I'm not sure some of them would actually pay that kind of money for a device if they weren't getting it for free. For me, they really should be making the point that how expensive these devices are. Forgetting saying this is a great device, blah blah blah. They are stupidly expensive. They are not for every single person out there. So I contemplated buying the Anbernic Win600, which has just been released, and I thought it looked okay. Okay, it's a new Anbernic device. It's concentrating on the Windows platform, but that is also overpriced, somewhere between £400 and £500, which I just think that's completely ridiculously overpriced as well. And looking at some of the reviews, it doesn't really play anything that the RG552 can already play. For example, it's not as good as a Steam Deck. And if you're going to pay that sort of money, you'd be as well going for a Steam Deck, an official Steam Deck which will play from the Steam library. It'll get updates and all sorts of stuff on your games. It makes more sense to go for that rather than one of these devices. So I kind of, obviously that brings me back to the Steam Deck. Should I buy one? I've had a look at the cheaper model and the more expensive model, and obviously the more expensive model does have more memory. It has that sort of anti-glare screen, but I've kind of made the choice in thinking maybe the cheapest model is actually fine. You can actually add a memory card to it and you can up the memory to it anyway. I don't see the screen being a big massive problem. Looking at some of the reviews, it doesn't seem worth it spending that sort of money on the sort of high-end device. So basically I got to the point was I might as well get a Steam Deck. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I think it was about £350, I might as well just go for a Steam Deck. I'm not going to go and pay that kind of money, £1,000 on these Aya Neos or whatever else is out there at those prices. That is absolute nonsense. I'm never going to pay that. So guys, let me know what you think. Are you going to be paying that sort of money for some of these high-end devices? Have you got a Steam Deck? What do you think of it? Let me know. Are you just going to stick with your Retroid Pocket 2s and Anbernics, maybe stick to the budget devices? It obviously depends what you're going to play. But if you want to play sort of PS2, GameCube, I'm not really sure a lot of these devices are capable. Even at £1,000, yep, you can maybe get them playing, but you're still going to have to tweak it and work hard to get it to play properly. For me, it's still not worth paying that kind of money for. I'm going to just stick to some of the lower end devices. Yep, the Steam Deck is quite pricey still at £350 for your basic model, but it's still much more affordable than the Aya Neos and the others like that for £1,000. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.